the tragic case of the British Columbia teenager. In the quiet corners of British Columbia, where the mountains meet the ocean and serenity often paints the landscape, a dark shadow fell upon a community when the life of a teenager was brutally taken away. What began as whispers of conflict soon unfolded into one of Canada's most disturbing cases of bullying, one that revealed just how merciless cruelty can become when ignored, dismissed, or underestimated. The girl at the center of this tragedy was like any other teenager, longing to belong, to be accepted, to be seen. Instead, she became the target of relentless ridicule and isolation. Small comments, quiet laughter in hallways, rumors spreading like wildfire. What many adults dismiss as kids being kids was the beginning of a deadly escalation. The bullying followed her everywhere. Online, it became constant. Anonymous accounts, cruel comments, edited photos. Behind screens, her tormentors felt invincible. At school, shoves in the hallway and whispers behind her back eroded her sense of safety. At home, there was no escape. The abuse followed her onto her phone, invading even the moments meant to be her sanctuary. At first, she believed silence would protect her. Like so many victims, she thought ignoring it would make it stop. But silence only fueled the cruelty. The group of classmates began to see her less as a person and more as an object for their amusement and rage. Eventually, words and threats turned into something darker. A plan was born. A small group of her peers, fueled by jealousy, insecurity, and a chilling hunger for power, lured her with promises of reconciliation, telling her it was time to end the conflict. But it was a lie. She walked into the trap, unaware this would be her last day alive. In a secluded area, far from adult eyes, she was surrounded and viciously attacked. The brutality was merciless. Her cries were drowned out by rage, by cruel laughter, by the mob mentality that consumed her attackers, and then silence. The kind that would forever haunt British Columbia. News of her death shattered the community. Parents, teachers, and neighbors were left asking, how could something so horrifying happen among children? How could classmates commit such violence against one of their own? The case exposed an uncomfortable truth. Bullying is not harmless. It is not a phase. It is cruelty in its purest form. And when ignored, it can destroy lives. Investigators soon uncovered chilling evidence. Messages exchanged between the attackers revealed premeditation. There were signs, warnings that had been overlooked by teachers, parents, even classmates. This wasn't an accident. It was a deliberate act, born of cruelty that had been allowed to grow unchecked. This tragedy sparked difficult conversations across Canada. How many teenagers are enduring the same torment in silence? How many parents are unaware of the digital warfare unfolding on their children's phones? How many teachers mistake tears for drama, missing the danger beneath the surface? Her death was not an isolated incident, but the eruption of a problem buried deep within modern society. Bullying has evolved. It's no longer confined to playgrounds or classrooms. It invades bedrooms, interrupts sleep, poisons self-esteem. It convinces children they are worthless. And, in the most tragic cases, it ends lives. The British Columbia teenager's death is a chilling reminder. Words can kill. Isolation can kill. Cruelty can kill. In the aftermath, vigils were held. Candles lit the night sky. Posters with her photo were covered in flowers and messages. We should have done more, many whispered. We should have seen the signs. But regret, no matter how heavy, could not bring her back. Her story has since become a warning. one that extends beyond Canada. It is a call to parents to listen more carefully, to teachers to intervene more decisively, to classmates to speak up. It is a plea for empathy in an age where cruelty is too often rewarded with attention, and silence from bystanders allows abuse to thrive. For the girl who lost her life, there will never be a second chance. Her story ends here. But for those who remain, the responsibility is heavy. Society must change how it sees bullying, not as a minor inconvenience, but as a real danger. Her memory lingers. In the streets she once walked, in the classrooms she once sat in, and in the hearts of all who hear her story. Her attackers may serve their sentences, but the greater punishment lies in the truth they revealed. Even children can become monsters when cruelty is left unchecked. So the next time you hear laughter at someone else's expense, the next time you see a cruel comment online, the next time you witness a child sitting alone, broken by whispers and rumors, remember her story. Remember the silence that cost a life, and never underestimate the power of kindness to save one, or the power of cruelty to destroy it.